Hello YouTube, it's Tony. So today I'll do an updated loot video on 10,000 crystal keys in the Priff Chest. I know I did a video almost 3 years ago on this exact same thing, but the drop table has been updated a couple of times. If you want to check this video out, then I do have that link, which I'll leave that down below in the description. What I will also show you is a setup and strategy on how I loot my chest pretty efficiently. So is this method still profitable today? We shall find out right now. To start things off, here are the requirements. You have to complete the Plague's End quests. I highly recommend 96 or 99 summoning for the Pack Yak or Mammoth respectively. Having double surge will help so that you enter the building slightly faster, and then for 99 farming, you'll receive money tree seeds, although you need 119 farming to plant them anyways. Here is the location of the crystal chest. It is inside the Iowerth district of Priff, which I've marked that location right on the mini-map. Moving on, we have the equipment and inventory setup. You'll bring any augmented melee dual-wield weapons, which is for the mobile perk, plus having bladed dive really does help. Luck of the Dwarves will increase the chance of better rewards. Now, a Tomb Crystal Teleport Seed will give you unlimited teleports to every district. You can get this by getting a regular teleport seed plus 4k harmonic dust. In your inventory, make sure you have the first 11 inventory spaces empty. After that, have 16 crystal keys, and then the upgraded gem bag for storing the dragon stones plus other gems. I also have a full beast of burden with crystal keys. In this case, I'm using a pack mammoth with the legendary pet, as you'll use more pouches to extend this for up to 2 hours long. Also, make sure you checkbox the beast of burden preset. In total, I'm opening 48 crystal chests per trip. Here is how you set up. Make sure you have the Beast of Burden inventory open on another tab, which is by clicking the follower details. Since I am using a PVM interface, this is always open. You will also want to keybind the gem bag as well as the attuned crystal teleport seed. Moving on, this is the strategy. Before loading the preset after every trip, right click and empty the gem bag with the bank interface open, which will empty all the gems to the bank. After that, teleport to Iowerth using the 7th option on the crystal teleport seed. Then surge and bladed dive inside the room. As you spam click the crystal chest, press and hold the gem bag keybind so that way, you'll keep storing the dragon stones. Now, I used to high out the rune items as inventory space was a problem, but this is not as big of an issue anymore, so that is why I'd rather save them. When your inventory is full, click the Give Beast of Burden icon, so that way it dumps your inventory into the Beast of Burden. It is located in the Beast of Burden follower details tab right beside the Take Beast of Burden to the bottom left. Now obviously your Beast of Burden will be full after opening the first batch, so what you want to do is right click and withdraw the crystal keys from your Beast of Burden and then click Give Beast of Burden. This is pretty much what you'll do whenever you run out of crystal keys in your inventory. So Tony, why did you leave the first 11 inventory spaces empty? The reason being is because when you're giving the Beast of Burden, you want to give the loot instead of the crystal keys as it starts out from the top to bottom. Also, make sure you have at least 7 plus inventory spaces empty, because if you don't, then you'll get a warning saying that the loot will drop on the floor, which I mean is only true for getting the rubies and diamonds drop table. However, the warning is really annoying as it's more click intensive, plus it slows it down due to having another option you have to go through, so that is why always have 7 plus inventory spaces. That being said, just rinse and repeat until you used up all your crystal keys. My favorite bank teleport for this is the 8th option on the Attuned Crystal Teleport Seed. Once again, right click empty the gem bag with the bank interface open, and then quickly reload the bank preset. Using this strategy, I was able to get myself 1,500 keys at top speed, and if you don't believe me, I do have myself a 1 hour footage, which I'll leave that link in the description. Alright, so here is a loot breakdown of how many times I rolled each drop table. Just so you know, the Iowerth Voices Siren does not have any effect on the crystal key loot. For the untradables, I got myself 454 crystal tree blossoms, 53.8k corrupted ores, 3.7k motherlode shards, and 10 money tree seeds, which once again, you can only obtain them at 99 plus farming. Here is the price check of all the loot I received in total, and I ended up purchasing the keys for 21k each. Luckily, I was able to sell everything for over GE price as Double XP Weekend was announced, and I high out all the salvages in my alch machine. If I were to pay 22k per crystal key, I still would have profited 135.9 million, which is around 13.5k per key. I believe this took me under 7 hours, which gives me a total profit per hour of a whopping staggering 19.4 million. Yes, this is a real calculation. This is not a lie. I literally profited this much. Not to mention, I would have profited more if I included the following, which are the Dragonstone armor, Crystal Tree Blossoms for making the Crystal Tool Siphons, or even cheap Herbal XP from the Perfect Plus potions, the Motherlode Shards which have daily rewards, Money Tree Seeds for around 1 to 1.5 mil each, and on top of all this, the Corrupted Ore is really nice for saving money on smithing, plus giving you a smithing XP per hour of approximately 450k base. In comparison to my old loot, I spent 38.5k per crystal key, giving me a total value of 425 mil in loot. Unfortunately, that would have only given me 5.7 mil GP per hour profit. With that being said, crystal keys are an amazing skilling moneymaker as a lot of high level PVMers and ancient casket hunters would dump them in huge amounts. Sadly though, they only have a buy limit of 100, so I had to use a few alt accounts to slowly buy this. But Tony, wouldn't this method be ruined because I made a video on this? I mean, yes, possibly, but again, the supply is just way too abundant and most of the stuff you get is in pretty good demand. Also, because this is very tedious and click intensive, it's not exactly the most enjoyable money making method, so if you are doing this method, you're most likely going to get a very good amount of profit. So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope it helps. If I missed anything, feel free to ask. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because I'll do more loot videos like this in the future.